Welcome to ET English, the unique English language learning feature of Education Times. This recording is brought to you by Panthea Gunathilaka, the founder of Cleon, Academy for Speech, Drama and Leadership. The Education Times comes to you every week with the Sunday Times, a leading publication of Vijaya Newspapers Limited. ET English introduces a unique way of learning English through stories. It has a short novel and also a picture story, both of which are being published in episodes every week. All the lessons and activities that are given in the feature are from these two stories. Many English scholars accept that when you learn a language through stories, you remember them better. Further, the picture story will complement this by adding the visual component as well, where it will help the readers create vivid images in their minds, helping them remember those dialogues and the words through these incidents. Now we're going to bring the audio version of this feature, where you can listen to the stories and the lessons. First the picture story, secondly the novel, and finally the lessons. The short stories are taken from the book The Mirror of Paradise by Asghar Hussain, and beginning with the new picture story I, Jenners, writer Ranjit Gunaratne. To get the best out of this feature, we suggest that you get a copy of the Education Times and also a dictionary. Also, it will help if you read the feature once or twice on your own. At the same time, try to get the correct pronunciation by listening to audio attentively and repeatedly and trying to read it after every dialogue, emulating the voices that you hear. We shall start now. We bring you the third episode of the picture story I, Jenners. Writer Ranjit Gunaratne. Illustrations by Anton B. Pereira.
You can't take photos of people like that.
Are you going to make you famous then? I'm going to post this on Facebook. No, notorious.
Hello, Mr. Jayasena. Do come in.
Thanks. This is Neeta, my wife. And this is Sahas, my son.
Hi, Neeta.
Hello, Sahas. You will make a very good friend to Hans, our son.
Hi, Uncle.
Now, you must be very tired. Let's have some tea. Thanks. Yes, it was a long and tiresome journey. More than 130 kilometers. So, where is your son? I sent him to the market. He must be back now. But...
Well, he will take his own sweet time. Ha ha ha.
Our Hans is very stubborn, you know. I'm having quite a time with him.
See, I'm always telling Yvonne, we can't raise children in cages these days. The times have changed.
This is the problem. When the father is too lenient, how can I control Hans all by myself?
What? I'll be damned.
We start today with Lesson 13. and episode 13 of the short story A Good Medical Boy, taken from The Mirror of Paradise by Asghar Hussain. The short story continues. The following day, after lectures and lunch, we spent much time taking notes on various illnesses. We soon realized that medicine was a field fraught with danger. For example, when we wrote down illnesses with the symptom of sudden or severe abdominal pain, we not only had appendicitis and stomach ulcers, but also colic, pancreatitis, gallstones, hernia, liver abscess, Crohn's disease, and many more. Likewise, we learnt that yellowish skin could mean many things besides hepatitis. These included gallstones, cirrhosis of the liver, and thalassemia. After some time, we focused only on the more common illnesses. Under the heading Diabetes, we wrote symptoms: fatigue, weight loss, frequent urination, thirst, aching feet, itching of skin, susceptibility to infections like boils. Treatment: insulin injections, glibenclamide and metformin pills. Diet control. Other points: avoid alcohol and sweets. Foot infection may lead to gangrene. Avoid oral contraceptions. Tendency to be inherited. Never store insulin in freezer. In this manner, we covered heart diseases, hypertension, arthritis, asthma, hepatitis, dengue, cataract, gastritis, and many other common illnesses. We carefully read our notes over and over again. Then, we discussed the identities we should assume. You go as Supun from the engineering faculty, suggested Rajpal, and I'll be Harsha Unambua from the medical faculty. We set off on Wednesday morning after having a more substantial breakfast than sago pudding. Rajpal was dressed exactly the same as last time, but seemed a little less confident. This was probably because there was no broker to accompany us.
Activity 1. Read the text and underline the correct contextual reference within brackets. The first one. We in the first line of the text refers to Rajpal and Harendra. The second one. Rajpal and his friend soon realized that medicine was a field fraught. The third one. They wrote down the names of diseases to remember them. The fourth one. Rajpal suggested that his friend go as Supun. Activity 2. Match the meanings of words in column A with their meanings from column B. Column A. Abdomen, stomach, symptoms, signs, frequent, recurrent, tendency, propensity, identities, characteristics, confident, self-assured, exactly, precisely, accompany, escort. Activity 3. Read the text and complete the grid appropriately. One example is done. Illnesses with abdominal pain. The first one, appendicitis. Symptoms of common illnesses under diabetes. Fatigue. illnesses covered with heart disorders, hypertension. Likewise, answer the rest given below. Stomach ulcers, colic, pancreatitis, gallstones, hernia, liver abscess, Crohn's disease. Activity 4. Grammar focus. Adjective is a verb that describes a noun. It is a descriptive word. It usually signals the coming of a noun. Read the text carefully and list at least 10 such adjectives with the nouns they describe. One example is given. Example: various illnesses. Activity 5. Read the picture story and match the language functions given below with their examples. Language functions: extending an invitation. Example: let's have some tea. Introducing people: hello, Mr. Jayasena, do come in. Offering something: well, he will take his own sweet time. Responding to inquiries: this is Neeta, my wife. Expressing opinion: no, notorious.
Let's consider the word bank. Only the meanings relevant to the context in the stories are given below. Notorious, well known for being bad. The second one, tiresome, meaning making you feel annoyed. The third one, stubborn, determined not to change one's opinion or attitude. Fourth one, raise, to care for a child until it is able to take care of itself. The fifth one, lenient, means not as strict as expected when punishing somebody or making sure that rules are obeyed. Sixth one, fraught, filled with something unpleasant. Moving on to the seventh word, severe, means extremely bad or serious. Eighth one, appendicitis. It's a very painful swelling of the appendix that can be very serious. The ninth one, ulcer, a sore area on the outside of the body or on the surface of an organ inside the body. 10th one, colic, severe pain in the stomach and bowels, suffered especially by babies. The 11th word, susceptibility. It means the state of being very likely to be influenced, harmed, or affected by something. The 12th word, tendency. If something or somebody has a particular tendency, they are likely to behave in a particular way. 13th one, assume. To have a name or an identity which is not really yours. The last and the 14th word, substantial, means large in amount, value, or importance. That's the end of the activity time for today's lessons. Dear listeners, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to our recordings. You're welcome to give us your feedback and suggestions on the phone numbers and the email address given in the ET English feature in the Education Time section. We meet again next week. The recording was brought to you by Panthea Gunathilaka, the founder of Cleon Academy for Speech, Drama and Leadership. Until then, goodbye and happy learning.